my lords and my ladies of the royal court. Now, I want to tell you something about a cat the name of Mike Gulachok. He is a wild stud. Furthermore, he is a Tioga head, understand, and a nugget juggler. And he loves to swing up there in the icy dicey, you dig? But he is a cat that won't say no. He swings up a storm, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Gulachok.
Center stage, Mike.
Who is that pale white Slavic sex machine who's messing around with our chicks? Stash, can you dig it? That Stash, he's one bad mother. Check him out. Thank everyone for coming out tonight on this lovely night. We're expecting to get some snow tonight, and you know, snow is a lot like sex. You never know how long it's going to last or how many inches you're going to get. By the way, the Weather Channel just issued a comb-over advisory, so men, be careful out there, okay? So, anyway, I want to thank, what was that guy's name again? Lord Buckley for that gracious introduction. Now, I sometimes think of Lord Buckley as Frank Mishka, Frank the Fathead Mishka. And do you know that Mishka in the Slavic language means mouse? Yeah, that's right. Mishka in Slavic means mouse. So if you could join me. Frankie Mishka, forever hold your banner high, high, high. Well, anyway. Now, as Frank or Lord Buckley said, my last name is Gulachok. Now, for some people, especially slow people, it's a hard name to pronounce and a hard name to remember. So I want you to do this exercise with me, and we can, get the pronunciation down. Okay. Woodchuck. Gulachok. Woodchuck. Gulachok. Garbage truck. Gulachok. Garbage truck. Gulachok.
Garbage truck. Gulachok.
Gulacharles. Gulachok. Gulacharles. Gulachok. Gorilla cock. Gulachok. Gorilla cock. Gulachok. Can everyone pronounce my name now?
Mike.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the name Gulachok is a Ukrainian name which roughly translates to Ukrainian dancer, or mountain dancer. I'm from a descendant of a long line of losers. I was brought up by a family of woodchucks along the river. True story. That's why they changed the name, because, when I was going to school, they didn't want people, referring to me as woodchuck, so they changed it to Gulachok, but, you can call me Gorilla Cock if you want. Anyway, I'm having an onset of early Alzheimer's, so I'm kind of missing my place here. What was I thinking? Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, early onset Alzheimer's. I looked at my family tree, and all I could find was a bunch of nuts. Actually, I did a DNA analysis. I'm sorry. Actually, I did a DNA analysis, and it turns out that I'm a direct descendant of Ivan the Terrible. I'm also one of the world's only living abortions. It turns out I was a coat hanger in my mother's eyes. But somehow I climbed out of the dumpster, and here I am. But really, my adopted parents found me floating in a basket in the river, and it turns out that I'm the love child of Frank Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe. Hence a penchant for liquor, drugs, and manic depression. Bartender said, "Liquor? Liquor? I hardly know her." "Oh, did you hear Ted Kennedy has decided not to write his autobiography?" He said, "Hell," well, he's quoted as saying, "Hell, I can't even remember what I did last night." Any dog lovers in the audience?
Yeah.
Well, I have a black lab. Her name is Tina. And she reminds me of an old girlfriend for 3 reasons. 1, she has black hair. 2, she's a little bit overweight. And 3, she likes to have her chest rubbed. But I've settled down quite a bit since getting married. I've been married 6 years. I love my wife. My wife, she's an angel when she's sleeping. I thought I had Parkinson's disease, and then I realized my hands only shake when she had a day off from work. I went to my priest and I said, "Father, when my wife starts getting upset with me, what should I do?" And he said, "Try prayer." So, one day she's getting upset with me and everything, and I'm saying, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." And she's getting more and more upset. I'm praying, as I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. And she's getting more and more upset. And I went back to the priest and said, "Father, prayer is not working." No punchline, that's loosely based on reality. I also went to my priest and said, "Father, I'd like to give confession." He said, "I really don't have that much time." Anyway, the Pope was having a conclave, and he was speaking before his cardinals and bishops and so on. And he said, "I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is Jesus has returned. The bad news is he's calling from Salt Lake City." You know why Jehovah's Witnesses, you know why Italians don't like Jehovah's Witnesses? Italians don't like any witnesses. My grandfather was a very religious man. He owned a restaurant bar, and he pretty much did everything in the restaurant. And, he would go into the bathroom, clean the bathroom, and he'd have the toilet brush thing, and he'd go in and he'd be, cleaning the toilet. And then he'd come out with a stick, and there'd be all these guys sitting around the bar, and he would bless them with unsanctified water. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Well, you've been a great audience. I hope you have a great time tonight. Hang in there. You'll find something better coming on after that. And I want to thank Dr. Keith Nichols for putting this show on. Dr. Keith's father was the original Dr. Phil. Keith has been my primary physician for a long time friend. One time he told me I was crazy. And I said, I want a second opinion. He said, "You're ugly too." One time I called him up late at night and said, I swallowed a bottle full of sleeping pills. He told me to get some rest and have a few drinks. So thank you very much for your laughter. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Mike Gulachok.